Hello there.
Welcome to the Scrapyard. I'm your host, BC.
Fucking Rob.
Woody.
And Flaming Bees.
And
Hey, where is everybody today?
I have no idea.
I killed them. You guys that?
Hey, it kind of works out with the way the topic's going tonight. So there it is, Q&A, Roboco style. And, of course, at the beginning of every episode now, we recap what is the scrap battle for the week.
Astro
It is
Train
Astro Train versus Blitzwing.
Ooh.
Battle of the Triple Changers. Let's see how this goes.
Should be interesting.
But before we do anything within the topic, we got to do figure appreciation of the week.
Woo!
Bees, get your ass up here.
All right, my figure appreciation is the Transformers 1 leader class Brave Commander Optimus Prime.
Fuck you.
Sorry, Spidey, don't swing that way.
Not yet.
Top cocktail.
Anyway, yeah, this thing is dope. I love it. I love it a lot. And he can actually hold the Matrix leadership. He can actually hold it, as opposed to like a.
Oh, you mean sort of like with Studio Series Ultra Magnus, like. Anyway, for my figure appreciation this week, we're going back to what I know best, and we are going with the Super 7 O-Ring Reaction Plus G.I. Joe Crimson Twins 2-pack. Now, this is a set that was highly anticipated. It showcases the new O-Ring style design from Super 7, and it's it's Tomax and Zamoth in a suit, and the packaging reminiscent of the original 80s design. I'm all for this. I'm all for it.
So it's going to be a little different tonight. My figure appreciation of the week: Legacy United, Star Raider, Thundertron.
Very nice.
Very nice.
This is the one I wanted from the get-go.
So Walmart finally wasn't a bust for you.
Oh no, I just ordered it online.
Yeah.
And it's on sale.
All right. Well, I don't really bring any figures with me because I'm waiting for a bunch of stuff to come in. So he's letting me play with the Spider-Man.
Ink, I sent you the link. So if you want to jump in, by all means do so.
Because I am currently waiting on Planet X's.
Oh, sure. I'm sorry. Let me mute myself while I mess with this.
I'm currently waiting on the metallic version of Planet X's
Queerness.
Yeah.
Their take on slag.
So if that's like any other of the Planet X Dinobots, that should be a banger.
Oh yeah.
No, I got you, Ink.
And he'll be the vinyl figure, and I'll have all the Dinobots in that line. I'm still currently waiting on the upgrade kit for Legacy Animated Optimus Prime.
Cool.
And I just ordered on TF Source the Ocular Max's Eris Lunacite, which is basically a female Galvatron in a tank mode, and the blue version of the DNA Designs upgrade X for Gamer Edition Optimus Prime because I needed the shipping. I needed something small for shipping.
For the free shipping. He wanted the free shipping. That's all it was.
Yeah.
He just wanted the free shipping.
Yep, that's it.
And that's basically all I'm waiting for at this moment.
That's cool. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go. Fun. There we go.
Again, real quick. I just want to say I'm sorry for making noise while Rob was saying was talking. I'm sorry. I meant no disrespect. I didn't realize how loud it was.
You're good. You're good.
Wonder what that buzzing was, but it's cool.
So, anyways, tonight's topic, quite simply, is Q&A with Rabuko. Any and all questions that are about him, by all means, ask away. But of course, I'm gonna lay out some ground rules real quick. I'm gonna treat Q&A with him the same I treat any Q&A. If there is a question he does not want to answer, he has the right to veto it. So, with that being stated, who wants to go first?
Is there any topics that are off limits?
Let's stick to
Mainly nerdy origins.
yeah. Let's go with that.
I have one.
Okay.
All right. What's your question, Ed? Bees.
Rob, what was your first Transformers figure?
Well, that's actually pretty surprisingly. I can remember this shit. Beast Wars Rat Trap.
You know what's super funny is
The original, like the
he
like
asked the same thing.
one or Transmetal?
The original.
Oh, we're going back to 1997 there.
Mm-hmm. Because Beast Wars was my introduction to the franchise.
Oh, same here.
Yeah, mine was Red 01, but that's without the point. Well, okay, no. Technically, it's not true. Technically, mine was actually Beast Wars as well, but I didn't recognize Beast Wars as a kid as Transformers. I only recognized it as Beast Wars. All right, your favorite G1 gimmick. By the way, the main reason we're doing this, it's his birthday today, so that's why.
Oh, so happy birthday, Rabuko! Woo!
Thank you. G1 gimmick. Oh. That's a very good question.
And you're how old again? Yeah.
He's look, Josh. For the sake of BC, for the sake of argument, we'll just say he's 21 plus tax.
Fun. Okay.
Here's a question. Say, well, Rob's thinking of that one. I could have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, not again.
No, since Planet X are doing the WFC FOC,
Okay.
what would you like? What would you like for Planet X to tackle next out of that franchise?
I already know what his answer is, too. He said it every time.
Well, I've got kind of three choices for that one. My mid one, give me my goddamn Bruticus.
I knew he was going to.
Number two, I want them to give me either a Jazz, Cliff Jumper, or Bumblebee and Sideswipe. typical Carbot.
Yeah.
My third, I want him to give me either a Jetfire, Air Raid, Silverbolt, one of the flying bots. Because there's a lot of characters they can still do.
Yeah, because the reason I ask is because we all know how much you love those Planet X Dinobots, and let's be real, those Planet X FOC Dinobots are absolute bangers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now back to your question. Is that limited to the G1 or can I go with a JG1?
You can include JG1.
Okay.
Because I think technically there's only one true Japanese exclusive gimmick for JG1.
Because it was probably my favorite, I gotta go the Master Force gimmick. Because that's Power Master gimmick. Because out of the JG1 stuff, Super God Master Force was my favorite of the three.
So you're going for the Godmaster / Power Master gimmick?
Yep.
That's cool.
You got the next question.
What was the thing that officially made you a nerd?
Ooh.
Believe it or not, before I really started getting into Transformers, Power Rangers was the thing for me.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So my next question, which is about Power Rangers, I know that your favorite season was Mystic Force.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, what about Mystic Force has made it your favorite? Like, go into detail about it.
Because I think both Sentai and American release, they were the first one to tackle to have the Rangers literally turn into their Zords, right?
Yes.
I always thought that was a nice gimmick, in my opinion, and they probably did it the best so far still today. Then the whole magic thing just kind of worked for back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it sort of bounced off the back of Harry Potter and...
That is true. But yeah, it was mostly the fact that the Rangers became their Zords.
Yeah. Oh. You good, Bricks?
No. I just got hit in the face right as I joined in.
I don't know if you saw Bricks, but mine is the G.I. Joe Reaction Plus Crimson Twins.
Oh.
Damn, BC, amazing greeting. Actually, for real quick for clarification, that's a joke within this group. We all do it to each other. So it's not just me. Can't blame it all on me.
No, I can blame it all on you.
Hang on. Does that mean BC?
No violence. No violence.
BC. Hey. Oh, I was going to say, hey, BC, you have to listen to Rabuko today. It's his birthday.
Exactly.
Oh, then by all means, here you go.
No.
Woody just got beaten by his own mallet.
Wait. Hold on. Now I got a question. What did Bricks do to you? Bricks is paper right now. Because keep in mind, how many short jokes did Woody throw at you?
No.
So anyway, Rob, was that it? Was that all? Was that your answer?
Yeah, that was my answer.
I was going to say, So,
Bricks,
Rabuka.
since you were late, Bricks, the topic, you literally get to ask this man any question you wish. Within reason, of course. He has the right to veto because today is his birthday. So this whole episode is all stuff that he wanted to do.
Happy
So
birthday.
we'll save all the.
Thank you.
Did you get ID'd for your Mountain Dew at the store jokes till after the show?
I don't get a mallet for this one.
That's it. You're valid.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll save all those jokes for the end of the show. Ow!
So, what has been asked of Rob so far?
What I'd
What
want
made
to
him
see
in
in Planet X, their next figures. What he asked what my favorite G1 gimmick was. I was asked what was my first figure. What started me being a nerd.
Anything else?
Why since Mystic Force is your favorite Power Rangers season, what?
Why was it my favorite? Yeah.
Why was it your favorite?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I guess one question I have to start is, what is a character that you want Hasbro to make that severely needs a modern update?
Ooh.
Hasn't gotten one yet.
You got a plethora of answers for this one, too.
Like, if you, Rob, you personally got the ear of Hasbro to listen to you, what would you want it to be made for sure?
Okay.
I want to add an addendum to that. Do you want it to be a main retail release, or do you want it to be a HasLab?
Actually, I could twist this even further.
Shut up, Woody. Let him answer.
No, I was going to say, let's make this a full line. Let's go. He's got in charge of a capsule. He's got the core class, 2 deluxes.
You're asking me
leader-
to build an entire toy line. Knock it off.
Give him the one for now, one at a time.
Okay.
Shut up, Woody. This is my question, not yours.
Okay.
I'm gonna let him hurt people first.
Let him answer the fucking question.
I'm gonna answer this with 2 answers, going what Boss Monkey here just said. If I was doing something mainline, I want to see them give us a modern. I think. Since we haven't gotten it yet, I want to see them give us a modern day version of Transmetal 1 Megatron.
Everybody's screaming for that.
Because we have the modern day Beast Wars Megatron, we have the Dragon Megatron from Legacy.
We need that one to complete the trio.
Yep.
And if I were to do a HasLab, I'm telling you right now, just to go with Omega Prime, give me Megatron or Galvatron.
Ooh.
That's all good answers.
Oh yeah.
I think you're giving him too much power. Who's got too much power?
No. Hey, I like it. No, honestly, I like Rob's answers.
Okay, Rob. So something a little bit easier because you've been given quite a few brainstorms. Just real quick, for those who don't already know, who is your favorite rider from each era?
Ooh, so 1 Showa, 1 Heisei, and 1 Reiro?
Showa, Heisei, Neo Heisei, and Reiwa.
Ooh.
Granted, Reiwa's not done yet. We're a few riders in at this point. You could probably
Showa? I'm going to go with a shocker. I'm going to go with Amazon.
Ooh, okay. Amazon, good choice.
Heisei. I'm gonna go with Kiva.
He likes his monsters then.
Yeah, I do actually. And what did you think I was gonna say Heisei wise?
Decade.
As much as I want to be an all-powerful dickhead, no. Neo Heisei, I gotta go with Wizard.
I know he was going to say Wizard.
I like me that magic bullshit.
That black magic bullshit.
No, get it right. It's Houdini black magic bullshit.
Shut up and go eat your plain sugar donuts. See what I did there? Anyways.
And Reiwa, I'm gonna have to go give it to Geach because God, he's some bitch, but he made it work.
Okay, got my answer.
Oh, and if anybody's wondering, you can also ask me video game related questions too.
Okay, so here's a question. What's one game, one non-Transformers toy you're looking forward to next year?
Ooh. Ooh.
Rob doesn't normally pay attention to that stuff either, so this is going to be interesting.
I feel like as Rob's thinking, we need to have like Jeopardy music playing.
Hey, you got it.
You know, I really don't know.
20 years later.
I honestly don't know.
3 years later. Oh, do you have an answer yet? I'm in my 50s now.
Will you mind answering the fucking question?
That's a really good question.
We'll put a cap on that one.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, what was everyone's toy picks of the week? I missed that.
Oh, mine was Legacy United Star Raider Thundertron.
Ah.
Rob's.
I borrowed his Spider-Man because I didn't have any figure with me,
Where the hell did he go?
but I. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So
Wait, Rob, did you?
Bees is a bastard. He
Hey!
finally hooked me. He finally
Hey!
got me.
You asked for that figure. You asked me to secure that for you, and I did. I thought you knew what you were doing.
So basically,
like,
Steve,
opportunity.
Hey,
Steve
you're
did
not
it.
I'm not going to question your financial choices.
no,
What was yours, Beast?
Ooh, I just thought of something. I don't know if it's out yet or it's gonna come out. The Nendroid Astrobot figure.
okay.
I need it. I need it. I need it.
What was your
But-
toy pick of the
but-
week,
but-
Beast?
I don't need it. I don't need it.
What, was,
I need it.
what were you saying, Brett?
Bees, what was your toy pick of the week?
This guy.
Ah,
Right.
how is that figure?
Bonk,
Beep boop.
I've
bong,
been very heavily considering getting that one.
bong, bong.
Do it. It's good. It's amazing.
For me, it's Blocky's 2007 Optimus Prime. Just got it 2 days ago, and it's a lot of fun to pose.
For me, it's this one.
Ooh.
Oh,
Agent
so,
Nye.
I have that
So,
figure too, and it is amazing. I love it.
Brix is taking that Shadway flight into a world of a bot that doesn't exist.
There we go.
So who's got the next question for me?
So are we still putting a cap on the 2025 game release that you are looking forward to most?
Oh, a game release?
Yeah, I said a game and a non-Transformers toy
Oh,
for 2025.
Android
Okay.
Astrobot was the toy.
oh, the game. Oh, I'm telling you right now, the game for next year I am gonna get, and I am making you play that with me. Metroid Prime 4.
I was about to say, if he does not say that first time for, I'm punching him in the dick.
That's the no.
Denise for that one.
So I was going to
Yeah,
say,
because then we'll finally be at an even level.
Rob, that's the no-brainer, 100% cash on the table pre-order. It's in my hands.
Yes.
No ifs, buts, or maybes.
Hunting beans over a fence to do it.
Fuck you, Uncle Rob.
Well, I have another question.
All right.
What is your least favorite Transformers season or series?
Unfortunately, this
Okay,
is
so yeah.
you got to be careful.
What is your least favorite Transformers series, and why is it Energon?
Believe it or not, it's actually not Energon. I'm gonna actually go ahead and say, Red 2015 didn't really do it for me.
Okay.
Oh, I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought you were going to say Beast Machines.
You see, back then I didn't really pay attention to that. Beast Machines was just like, okay, could have been better, could have been a lot worse.
He basically recognized it as a thing.
But yeah, RID 2015 just really didn't do it for me. After coming from,
Okay, would you say you outright hate it, or you were just disappointed?
I was disappointed with it. It's
There are still some
basically acting as a
characters and
sequel
qualities from the
series.
series, but it's not entirely great.
Yeah. And basically, and the fact that it was a sequel series to from Transformers Prime, which was badass, action packed, to that.
2015 ain't that great, especially when it tries to call itself a direct sequel to Prime. Yeah.
So, Rob, discounting Transformers, what would you say your favorite toy line is at the minute?
See, the best part is I immediately had an answer to that too, but that was only for me.
Oh, that's actually going to be very easy. Dum Model Kit.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Gunpla basically.
Yeah.
For you.
Also, by the way, side note, BC, I did get this finally.
You finally got Cyburn.
What the fuck?
I got it so it can go with Omega Prime next year.
I managed to track down the original, and so far the joints aren't loose, at least not yet. Although the joints were loose out of the packaging, and I managed to tighten them up, so I wonder how long that's going to last.
I will admit, though, there have been some other sideburns that I've been tempted to buy over this one, but I did get this one instead.
Was one of them the original RID repaint? Or?
No, actually, one of them was the Collectors Club one. Where it kind of looks like Hot Rod, but with a new head.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
I love the vehicle mode I love how it has that Hot Rod vehicle mode, but it's the blue. Anyway, but enough about me. Get back to Rob. Rob, what is the one thing that annoys you the most about BC?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Brooks, are you trying to get him killed tonight?
No.
BC, just remember, you're not.
Time he's gonna be allowed to say his piece.
BC, just remember, you're not allowed to smack him today. It's his birthday.
Anything that you inflict upon him is Uno reversed card into yourself.
Yeah, he's got birthday boy protections.
And he's got his mallet.
No,
That's it.
I honestly don't really have anything that this guy annoys me with.
So, is there any movies you're looking forward to for 2025 that is really like with Metroid Prime? Just I'm going to see
Movies. What's coming out next year that I actually want to see?
Captain America: New World Order.
I'll see it when I feel like
really
it.
Excited. Yeah, we're really excited. There's really not a lot coming out next year.
Yeah, it really
At least
is
not
that.
that we know of at the moment.
I guess if I really want to pick a movie for next year, I think it comes out next year because I was a fan of the original. I'm just curious how Lilo and Stitch is going to be.
Okay.
That is this year, right?
No, the live action remake of Lilo and Stitch for next year. Okay.
Okay.
I'm curious about that movie too.
I have a list of movies for next year right here if you need a point of reference.
Okay. What we got then?
Let's see. We've got Superman, James Gunn's Superman.
That is next year?
Jurassic World Rebirth. Rated R.
I don't know.
You've
I
never
don't
heard
know
of
how
it?
I feel about the new Jurassic Park movie.
There's going to be a new Jurassic World movie being directed by Gareth Edwards next year, and it's going to be rated R.
I think
R-rated.
Gareth Edwards, the same guy who did 2014 Godzilla, and he did Rogue One and The Creator.
Oh, so they actually have a director for it. Never mind. I'm kind of looking forward to that now.
Yeah, I was unsure about the movie until they announced it was Gareth Edwards directing it, and that it was rated R. So I was like,
I completely forgot they chose a director already.
So I was going to say
Thunderbolt, Captain America, Halloween Aftermath, the other Halloween movie, Fantastic Four: First Steps, Return to Silent Hill.
Oh, they're making a Silent Hill movie.
Karate Kid Legends, and not the Minecraft movie. The Conjuring, the last one, I guess.
I was going to say, you mean The Conjuring until we need a few more bucks, so we'll make another one.
Yeah. Mission Impossible 8, the second half to the other one that came out. Mortal Kombat 2.
JJ!
Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Thanks, JJ.
JJ.
The new Tron movie. Avatar, live action, How to Train Your Dragon.
One more question.
New Predator movie.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right.
For now.
Who's got the next question for me?
What's your favorite strip clubs and what? I'm just kidding.
Give me a second.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to think now.
Have you ever read any of the Transformer comics, Rob?
No, I have not.
Bruce.
What's a comic series you want to read?
Skybound.
Yeah, I have to go Skybound.
The Skybound ones?
Who is this Bruce person?
Well, apparently JJ knows him.
Yeah, apparently JJ knows him. If JJ knows him, I'm a little less ready to hit the ban button.
Name's Bruce. Oh, I know,
Well,
never trust a shark, right?
Well, considering his last name is Banner, scrambling and scraping with Daddy Banner, it's me, Bruce. Yeah. Bruce Banner.
Yeah, hardy, hard. So fun, bro.
Bruce Wayne, or Bruce Campbell, Bruce Springsteen.
I have a good question, Rob.
Oh.
Who do you think? Who, in your personal opinion, what is the best Megatron? Like, of all the continuities and different like universes, like what's at least one of the best Megatrons in your opinion?
To force him to think, you cannot say one.
Yeah, no, he's too.
It's too easy to go for him right now.
Yeah, you can't say
You mean-
TF1.
D16.
Actually, I may or may not shock people with this one. I got to go with the version of Megatron from Transformers Prime.
Oh yeah.
Okay, TFP. Okay.
He was not only was he truly diabolical part of the time,
From another toy channel.
he was smart,
That's how I know him. We know each other.
insanely powerful.
Oh, so JJ can JJ can vouch for you. Okay.
JJ's
You're safe.
vouched for
You
him.
are safe. You are safe.
No, you were saved by JJ. It's cool.
But yeah, Transformers Prime version of Megatron just felt like an amalgamation of all previous Megatrons done right, in my opinion. That and when you get
Okay.
the OG voice actor to make it even better, it's like, no, all good.
Okay, Bruce, your name and your picture really does not give off that vibe. Just letting you know that seeing how your current setup is with it right now, you can kind of understand where I immediately went. I don't know about this.
But at least you had
Better
JJ.
question is, JJ, how do you know this man?
Anyways, you want to put a limiter on the questions yet, or
Everybody gets one more question, then we can move on.
okay? Eeny, meeny, miny, bricks.
Sorry, give me a second. Okay. Let's see. What is a figure that is missing in your collection that you still have yet to get? Be it an old one, a new one.
That's so fucking fast.
Wait, what did he say? I didn't hear him.
He said SS-86 Commander Ultra Magnus. You
That
fully
was
go
fast.
into detail with the question. He answered that so quick.
It was just like, so what do you look for? SSN6 Magnus. Yeah, there you go. No hesitation. No.
Because until I eventually get the Fans Toys version, he's going to be my Ultra Magnus. And finding him at a decent price has been a pain in the nutsack.
Well, until they eventually either restock or reissue.
Super funny though. You were content with not getting the Commander class figure. You were willing to wait until the Fan Toys came out, and then you fuss with mine.
Here's the other thing. Fans Toys is like what, $100 cheaper or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
I was going
You actually don't know yet.
Retail.
So you got to remember, Rabuko here is Captain Fan's toy. He
Mostly.
He gets his knowledge through me.
I was going to say he's probably one of the few people that's probably paying all of Fans Toys and Fans Hobbies bills right about now.
You're not wrong for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, one other small question, Rob. Are you enjoying your birthday?
Yes.
Okay.
He said small.
All right.
He said small.
Now, since apparently one of you really loves to flap your jaw right now, Woody, you're next.
Okay. I'm just sat here trying to think. Is there a toy line that you would actually like to dip your toe into, but haven't had the opportunity to yet?
I zoned out. What?
If there was a toy line I wanted to get into, but I haven't yet. Well,
I just wanted to say, Woody, when you said when you said think, I'm like, careful, Woody. That's a dangerous pastime, especially for you.
that's a very good question.
It's even more dangerous for Aladar. Oh, did I say that out loud? Anyway, continue.
Actually, I can't answer that question. I just haven't found the right figure to get me into it. The Play Arts Kai toy line.
Ooh.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
I just haven't found the right figure to get me started on that train.
I have a couple suggestions if you ever need them. I have handled a few Play Arts Kai figures.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. Bees,
Yeah, we can talk about that
you're
later.
next.
Beast, your last swing of the bat.
No, that goes to him.
Yeah, Woody, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Woody, it's not your. You already had your question.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
All right, Bees, what is your question? Ding, dun, 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 dun,
Let's see.
dun, dun, dun.
Do 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 do.
You could literally ask him anything. What's your favorite
You can
color? What's your what soap do you use when you go in the bathtub? Like, literally ask him anything. It doesn't have to be Transformers.
What color is your underwear?
Okay, when I said anything,
You didn't say anything.
No, you just being a jackass or you being serious?
I'm a little bit of both.
Drop the link.
nah.
Oh, here we go. JJ had a question.
Listen here, you little shit. I know what you're doing.
Which wind
I can only
charge
answer
should
this
you
one
want first?
way possible, JJ. Yes.
They're running around the house like Tom and Jerry right now.
All that's missing is yakety sax. Oh my god! Well, Rob celebrated his birthday and died on his birthday. Oh, he's alive. Oh, now he's dead again. I think. Oh,
Suddenly, BC starts feeling the same pain he inflicted upon Rob.
But no, please, you got
Back off.
an actual question.
Anyway, BC, I think you have the last question.
anyway, yeah. JJ woke up this morning and chose violence.
Apparently.
He wasn't even bold enough to ask that in the chat. Like, you're in this chat. Like, come on. He chose chaos.
Now, seriously, let me address this real quick before Bees finally asks his real question. What are you asking of me right now?
I think he wants in.
He's asking for the OnlyFans link.
I think he wants in on the Scrapyard.
That's not something that just anybody gets to do, you know. Yeah, Bruce, it's nothing against you. Just you literally just showed up. We really don't know you, so therefore I'm not exactly comfortable with just throwing you in here. And like like if you come in on a few more streams and like interact with us a little bit more, then sure, at that point I'm a lot more open to it. But just literally right now, just because, sorry, but it's not happening.
No, Beef, what's your legit question?
I genuinely can't think of anything.
Nothing at
Yeah,
all.
it could be video game related, movie related, whatever you can think of.
Toy related, Power Rangers related.
I already asked him both those kinds of questions.
What brand of deodorant does he use?
Can we not?
I'm just trying to make this easy for Bees.
You're making it harder.
Have you met any celebrities or voice actors, like at events or conventions of any kind?
I have not yet.
Okay, then now we can finally actually move on to me.
Yes.
You are now in charge of giving your favorite Kamen Riders a Transformers crossover figure. Pick their alt modes.
That's
Am I
not a question.
basically going off how I answered your Kamen Rider question?
Basically,
Oh, ooh. Okay.
genuinely give them alt modes.
Okay, so if I were to give Amazon an alt mode, I don't want to make it obvious and make him like a tiger or panther or jaguar.
A snake, maybe?
No,
Poison arrow frog?
For Amazon.
A poison arrow frog?
No.
I'm gonna have to go obvious with him because
Why not make him a dragon then?
no. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet, and I'm gonna have to make him like a jaguar because a jungle cat like that's really the only way to go for him. And
I got the better answer if you want to hear it. A Tasmanian devil.
ooh, I like his answer. I think I'll go with that. Shut up, phone. Now Eva, since he's already fat themed, I'm not gonna go with a fat. Very simple. Actually, for him, it'd be simple. Turn him into his bike, motorcycle. Because
Ooh, his bike looks dope as Well,
And looks like an axle motorcycle too.
Yeah, it's like an actual like chopper.
Now for Wizard, I'm just going to be completely obvious with him.
Dragon.
Dragon, that's the only thing that makes sense for him. Pete, I'm going to go off a OG1 gimmick and split him into two things.
Ooh, you're gonna make him a duocon.
Yeah, because he's the only one that can do two things that has a form that does two things at
We
once.
can make him a fox on a motorcycle.
Yeah, fox on a motorcycle, basically.
Interesting idea.
Mm-hmm. Unless anybody has any quick questions, I think that's it for the topic.
No, that's it.
I'd say so. If anybody else has any questions, by all means ask.
I got nothing.
Same here.
All right.
What is the meaning of life?
Yes.
42.
What is 2 plus 2?
Fish.
I knew you were going to answer that. That's what I was hoping for.
Okay.
All right. Jokes aside, now we move on to the middle section before we do the scrap battle for the week.
And I got a really good middle topic for you guys.
Oh, George, y'all gotta like this.
If you guys were to introduce a character, a Transformers character, into the live action movies, who would it be and what vehicle mode would you give them?
They have to do the vehicle-based one.
It could be either vehicle based or beast or animal based. So you guys aren't limited to just people to turn into things on wheels. And the first one up is Woody.
God damn it. I'm just trying to think.
Woody.
So are we talking like, I don't know, existing Transformers characters that never appeared?
Into a live action movie? Yes.
Okay, that's a good one. You know what? I'm going to go for the twist in this one.
Okay.
I'm going to bring in Evac into the movies properly.
Ooh.
Okay, what's his alt mode?
I'm going to keep his alt mode similar to how it looks in the ride, the supercar.
Oh, you're talking about that evac. Okay. Which one?
Yeah.
You're talking about Transformers Go Ride evac.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about the fucking 07 toy too.
No,
right.
idea.
Next up is Brick.
Okay. The problem is I have a few.
Okay, name them all.
First one, Tarn.
Okay, what's his alt mode?
Okay.
Just a tank.
I'm assuming Cybertronian tank.
Either that or another something that would be kind of a cool twist. Have him turn into one of those those big trucks that have the big rocket pod things on the back.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I could see him turn into one of those even as like an Earth mode.
Okay.
I also would really like to see Straxus.
Mm-hmm.
Like honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't been approached sooner for an animation or live action. Like I'm surprised he's never made the jump to media yet.
That is true.
That is a very good question.
That's a good one.
And then probably my number one, or at least just one of the top ones, is literally anybody from Transformers Victory.
Okay.
When I say literally everybody, that does exclude like one or two people, but mostly anyone from Transformers Victory.
Okay, if you were to choose one character from Transformers Victory, who would it be?
Star Saber.
I'm not even slightly surprised.
I can't even blame you on that one. I want that too.
Just like, you know that video that kind of went viral in the Transformers community where that guy CGI'd
A fire truck into Cybertron Optimus
Yes.
Prime.
like pretty much take that, but it's Star Saber. Like,
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I get behind that. We're missing the bees.
Bees!
Yes.
Bees has transformed into a disembodied voice. Oh, wait, never mind. There it is.
Vector Prime.
Okay.
Okay.
His alt mode, a clock tower.
Nah.
His alt mode, a watch.
His alt mode, the TARDIS. But
His alt mode, a
joking
clock.
aside, I feel like he should still maintain his original alt mode, which would look, well, obviously not of Earth, something that like
It's basically a more live action version of his Cybertronian ship mode.
exactly, and maintain the clockwork aesthetic he has, kind of like what Cogman had.
Ooh. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna take a beam here.
No, you're
Well,
not.
you
Beam
answer the
throwdown.
question.
A bean. A bean.
Your turn.
So, I would go with Prowl,
Okay.
Oh, that's
but
fine.
his vehicle mode, I'm strictly doing this entirely because fuck the Babers. They would totally do this, and it would annoy me, but at the same time, I fucking love it. I would make him a police-themed Ferrari.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
And his robot mode will be super reminiscent of Riddle 1.
You know, I forgot that Prowl was never adapted into live action movies.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody seems to just conveniently forget Prowl's not in any of the live action films
Nope. He's not.
because he got
Funny
fucking
enough, he was
replaced by
actually-
Barricade.
He was actually considered for the first Michael Bay film, but they ran out of budget for the Autobots, and so they redid his character as Barricade because they already signed on to get the police car.
Well, shit.
And again, that's why they just reused some random Micromaster name from the Transformers lore, and they're like, Barricade. All right, that works.
Okay.
Sounds like a bad guy police car.
I'm gonna go ahead to round off this topic. I'm gonna go ahead and give two. One is because after seeing the Cybertron Optimus Prime thing somebody did, I want to see somebody give me a Cybertron style Leo Breaker.
Oh,
After
And
after Rise of the Beast, that'd work.
yeah. Now,
I
for a
thought of another one that I forgot. Someone who I'm surprised has never gone to live action sooner. Ultra Magnus.
see, I wanted to say Ultra Magnus at first, but then I really stopped thinking about it. And I'm like, who's the one where it's the bigger crying he's not in it?
Prowl.
Or get Prowl.
Mhm.
Yep.
Let's see. Do a vehicle mode based one. I have a feeling as soon as I say it, he's going to punch me. I want to see a live action Overlord.
It would be cool to see a live action like Duocon in general.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Flywheels and Battle Trap.
Yep.
All right.
Though technically we have gotten live action Battle Trap. He just wasn't a Duocon.
Yeah.
All right.
Though you could say maybe his body was turned into one after Primal was done with him.
Oh hell nah! I can't even blame
He's
him.
not in One Piece anymore.
You
No.
mean just as how Sentinel Prime and Jazz were at the hands of Megatron?
All right.
Yep.
So middle section is officially done, which means we're about to have some fun, y'all.
Are
The
you
time
sure
has
about that?
come. The time has come. The time has come. It's time for Astro Train versus Blitzwing. Y'all already know the drill. Let's get into this. Endurance. Actually, you want to take this? Yeah, I'm gonna let you handle this. I mean, I was good with telling the story, but I was gonna let you take the lead for the debate.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you handle this.
All right, man. All right.
Okay, but hey, you've got to do as the birthday boy wishes.
I'm back. Sorry, I had to have a potty break.
Did anybody say you could use the bathroom?
His ankle is at the ready. Wrong ankle.
But no, go ahead and get started.
All right. First up, endurance. Overall endurance.
What continuities are we counting here?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you know what? No. I'll answer it like this. The Scrapyard continuity. How about that?
Okay, so
Well,
we
the
all
reason
cut.
why I'm asking is because some Astro Trains are a couple stories high and some are smaller.
Well, guess what? Scrapyard continuity, he can fucking match shift.
Good
The
to
only
know.
one we're not including is the Bumblebee movie Blitzwing, because that's not real Blitzwing. He's not a triple changer. Fuck that.
Okay, that's one thing I will definitely say. It absolutely has to be a triple changer. It cannot be somebody that's using the name by happen chance.
Okay.
Okay,
So endurance.
So
we're talking.
overall endurance, I'm giving this one right over to Blitzwing. And the reason why I'm giving it to Blitzwing is strictly because between the two of them, he's the more likely to throw hands.
Yeah.
So therefore, we've seen him take immense amounts of punishment.
Might I suggest, technically Astro Train has also suffered from a Transformers style bar fight inside of him.
There is that, yeah.
That is a fair point.
And again,
But-
he has to act as Decepticon transport constantly in the G1 continuity. You have to be a pretty tough guy in order to be the constant.
Again, while fair, we're not talking about all that. We're talking about just Astro Train on his own, not what's going on inside of it.
Well, he did survive the cosmic rust meteorite embedding into him in the episode Cosmic Rust with minimal damage.
It didn't necessarily embed into him. It just went right through his hull and embedded itself in Megatron's shoulder. So
yeah, but he survived. You know what I'm saying is he survived a piece of meteorite.
The meteorite in some way.
Yeah,
the meteorite went straight through his.
We just got word Tony Todd passed away.
Oh.
Everybody, you know the rules of Scrapyard. You know the rules of Scrapyard. Moment of silence. Rest in peace, Tony.
We will remember them.
So that said, I stand by my original point. Blitzwing is taking endurance entirely because we've actually seen him take a lot more punishment.
Yep.
After that, we're going to talk speed. Technically, neither of these two really take the speed feat.
Technically, I would give one.
Let me finish. When it comes to the speed feat, if I'm being super technical and we're talking about the alt modes, technically I would have to give it to Astro Train because of the shuttle mode. But even then, another part of me wants to swap it over to Blitzwing again because, again, via heavy technicality, isn't a jet technically faster than a shuttle?
No, absolutely not.
No? Oh, okay. Then so if we're going based on technicalities with the vehicle modes, the shuttle is significantly faster. So therefore, via that technicality, I would give speed to Astro Train.
Yeah, considering the fact that Astro Train would be approaching, escape velocity to break through Earth's atmosphere. I see what you're saying. Into space, and then
this is kind of grasping at straws. I don't know if this actually counts because it's not pertaining to Blitzwing, but technically speaking, didn't live action Starscream also go into space using an Earth jet mode? So doesn't that mean Blitzwing could also do that?
Not really. Not really.
But the thing is, Blitzwing has never shown in comic book or a cartoon of flying through deep space in his jet mode.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, Transformers.
He was always shown flying. If he was shown flying, he was usually in his ship mode on board a Decepticon shuttle. So yeah, technically Astro Train takes it simply because he has to achieve escape velocity to fly through space.
Except this is a fight, right?
Yep.
Who was actually technically faster when it comes to actually, throwing hands?
The combat expert.
So that's another major reason why I want to tip the scale back over to Blitzwing. So, when it comes to speed, I'm tying them out.
Yeah, because if we're talking speed of alt modes, Astro Train is faster. But if we're talking about the speed of getting punched in the teeth, Blitzwing takes it.
Plus, also, we've seen a lot of times in the G1 cartoon of Blitzwing in his tank mode, like barreling through walls and like breaking through everything. And, he got a lot of punishment also in the 86 film from Cup and Hot Rod.
Yeah, exactly.
And yet we still saw him at the Battle of Autobot City, like, a little later.
Yep, and his numerous appearances in Season 3, so...
Yep.
And then... Now, this is where I feel is a little bit more one-sided, and that's talking physical strength. This one I'm leaning a little bit more towards Astro Train. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. We're utilizing the fact that there have been plenty of times he's had to carry all of the Decepticons.
Yep.
Memory serves me right. There was a time where he carried Devastator. Not the Constructicons, Devastator.
Well, that was in the fight on board Astro Train when they were fighting over who was going to be the new leader.
So either way, my point still stands. He was still carrying them, was he not?
Technically, yes, and technically no, because he was in space, so technically gravity lack of gravity. So, it's an argument you can make. Am I right, Bricks?
Huh?
I was saying, was he carrying Devastator? Does gravity take place?
I mean, technically, if you think about it, him having to punch through the atmosphere, he is carrying more weight with him.
Yep. But then in the bar fight, he's like, okay, Devastator's on board. He's transformed. Is he really carrying Devastator at that point, or is gravity, because the fight happens in space?
I'd say because the fight is happening in space, it's kind of assisted from that.
Yeah.
So strength-wise, I'm giving it to Astro Train.
Okay.
So right now, they're both neck and neck. They tied on speed. Overall endurance went to Blitzwing. Strength went to Astro Train.
Yeah.
Next up is weapons, armor, and abilities. And when it comes to weapons, armor, and abilities, I basically have to tie them out. They basically are equal.
Well,
they both have a rifle. They both literally the only other advantage Blitzwing has is he carries around a sword. That's basically the only other advantage he has.
Well,
the tank mode cannon, the tank mode machine gun. Then you've also got the machine guns and rockets in the jet mode.
Okay. Anyone else?
That's it. Yeah, Blitzwing has maybe some cannons in shuttle mode.
You mean Astro Train, right?
Yeah, Astro Train has some guns in shuttle mode, but his train mode doesn't seem to have any defenses.
In terms of armor, though, we do know Astro Train has a lot of armor, and he can always take a beating because he is the transport.
Yeah, he is the glorified battle taxi.
He's he's literally the troop transport, and so he's kind of built different, literally and figuratively.
He's the Decepticon space Uber. He's the Decepticon space Uber.
Yes.
He's the battle bus of Transformers.
But the thing is, the point I was actually making, though, is that Astro Train's defenses are, it is robot mode and shuttle mode. Train mode is completely undefended.
Train mode, yeah.
Whereas Blitzwing, in tank mode, he's got the machine gun on the hull, he's got the cannon. In jet mode, he's got the machine guns and the rockets.
Okay, so where one has more weapons, the other makes up for it in having more armor.
Yeah.
So, is that not a tie?
Well, no, considering the fact that Blitzwing could push Astro Train off his rail, derail him, that's it. That's Astro Train screwed.
Shuttle mode. Shuttle mode. He can turn into the shuttle mode.
Hold the
fuck up. Am I sensing a Blitzwing bias at you right now?
No, I'm just referring back to.
No,
I'm referring.
No. Every time I'm trying to give Astro Train any form of point, you argue the hell out of it.
I'm just referring back to the episode Triple Takeover, where guess what happened? Astro Train got derailed.
Y'all seeing this, right?
It doesn't matter if Astro Train is derailed. He can still roll on his train mode even without rails. seen him move
No, see, like
on the ground anywhere.
this is what I was saying. Every time I went to make a case for Astro Train, Woody argued it to hell and back. The very moment I would go to give one to Blitzwing, he would wholeheartedly fucking agree.
Nah, I can take.
What's been stand?
Well, yeah, you now, since I called you the biased Godzilla bitch, are you now going to call me the biased Blitzwing bitch?
No, I call you the biased bandit stand.
he got you there.
Yeah, but do you know the Muffin Stand? The Muffin Stand from Illinois?
Bean.
I've heard the rumors of it, but
anyways, before we get any further derailed,
irony.
We are going to be taking this point and divvying it out and giving it a tie, just across the board. Shut up! Shut up!
No, I just said okay.
That said, the next one up, once again, this can either be the make or the break. Which is this gonna be? That is who takes battle intelligence. Now, this one, I'm just gonna have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna take a step back and I'm gonna let you guys discuss this one out.
Go on.
I have a couple things to share. One, in the G1 episode Triple Takeover, Blitzwing, what did he decide to do with his supposed new leadership of the Decepticons? He went to a football stadium and he just terrorized the entire stadium. Astro Train actually thought ahead and started a whole fleet of trains and yeah, they weren't very effective, but he was actually plotting to take over where Blitzwing was just doing whatever he wanted.
Yeah, but all I'm going to say is, Bricks, remember, Blitzwing's fortress was actually pretty actual well defended, and he took out several Autobots.
But he still got defeated in the end, so it wasn't that effective.
True.
Plus, it's not that effective if he's blowing holes in his own fortress.
Well, yeah, that was his own. Actually, this will defeat him. That was his own stupidity in regards of, just bombarding everything, following the advice of the football coach.
Shut up.
But on the other hand, Astro Train, he had given trains basically some level of autonomy where they could respond to his commands, and he basically he was preoccupied with just collecting energy, and were the sentient trains effective? Some were able to collect energy. There was a bunch of them ended up crashing into each other, and then there was one that busted a water main. So, yeah, I think Blitzwing had at least Blitzwing actually did something, accomplished something rather. So, in my opinion, I think Blitzwing wins this round.
I was just saying that Astro Train, I think, had the better idea of actually going out and collecting energy. He just had a poor choice in foot soldiers. So, I feel like if he actually chose better foot soldiers, he would have had the tactical advantage over Blitzwing, where Blitzwing was just literally in a single spot, where Astro Train was actually out trying to go and take over and accomplish what Megatron had been trying to accomplish.
Yeah, considering Blitzwing just sort of...
Which on that note, I want to bring this up real quick. The episode Triple Takeover featured my absolute favorite exchange between Megatron and Starscream in that entire episode. Please tell me
Starscream. Oh, stupid!
I'm stupid! Yes, I'm glad that at least someone was on the same page as me. When I watched that episode and I
Yeah.
got to that bit of dialogue, I couldn't stop laughing.
And then also on top of that, we
But
could
then
also
again, Blitz.
consider,
But then again, you got Blitzwing's what I consider the most brutal moment when he says to the football coach, "Tell me what's on your mind before I splatter it on the walls and see for myself."
that is true.
But
But
the fact
we
is,
also need to keep in mind these two are also the same guys who fell for the booby trap in the one G1
yes,
episode as
yes,
well.
which is technically also a GI Joe crossover, but that's an episode for another time.
Of course, you would know that, Woody.
Of course, I would know it's a GI Joe
Booby
crossover.
trap that actually catches booby.
God damn it!
Amazing.
So, I mean, technically, if we're really talking, I'm just trying to remind, this is the G1 continuity we're talking about.
Yeah.
Optimus Prime said boobies.
Yeah. But yeah, it was shown that, I mean, it was stated in like the file cards that Blitzwings was supposed to be the more tactically minded.
Hi, BC.
Hi, everyone.
Battle intelligence across the board is a tie.
Okay. Okay.
And the reason why I say this, while Brits made a very solid point in the fact that Astro Train overall had better battle tactics, there's one thing we need to keep in mind with Blitzwing. He's a better brawler. So therefore, a head-on collision with Blitzwing, not really the wisest idea now, is it?
No, considering the fact he ran over several Autobots in triple takeover and crushed them in his tank mode.
Then turn them into a phone.
So battle intelligence-wise,
Yeah, I think it's better to take this time out.
overall, it's a tie. That said, we are now moving on to the final verdict.
It's the final verdict.
You first. Who wins and why?
Give me a second. I'm still thinking.
Blitzwing.
He says Blitzwing?
Blitzwing.
Why do you say Blitzwing?
Because I feel like he can. I feel like with the right resources and henchmen, he could be a really good strategist and be really effective and just fighting war battles and all that. And while Astro Train was smart enough to know how to give trains a certain level of sentience, his objectives kind of fell flat as a result because, I don't know.
I have decided I think I'm going to give it to Blitzwing as well, only because I think Astro Train is more so of a tactical genius, where Blitzwing is more so, again, a little bit more of a tactical genius when it comes to one-on-one brawling fights, because Blitzwing is more of an offensive character, where Astro Train's more of a defensive type character, because, again, oh, shoot, I hit the table. Also demonstrated in some of the other episodes, Astro Train has demonstrated that he's, there's been other moments in the G1 cartoon where he's plotted against, taking over the Decepticons, or he's pretended that he's Decepticon leader, even outside of a triple takeover, where Blitzwing has, proven himself to be more of a, he's definitely proven himself to take a beating and such, and still come out on top. So if we're talking of a 1v1 between the two, no troops, no nothing to command or strategize with, if we're talking just 1v1 one-on-one fights, it's going to be Blitzwing.
Okay.
Oh, real quick question for Brixmas. Brixmas, do you happen to have these two figures?
Yes, they're right here on the desk.
Okay, perfect. I want to help enact like the stuff, but like, would you be able to transform them into their vehicle modes? Or either actually no, since they're triple changers, it'd probably take a hot minute before like, because I remember like the episode with
To
Godzilla.
make this battle easier, we will not be allowing them to transform.
Okay. Well, in that case, since I'm sure you're probably I really liked how you enacted like some battles, like the one Godzilla versus Trypticon. I think I'll let you handle that.
Okay.
Anyway, let's put these guys back up. Ooh, they're dusty.
Okay, so that's 2 for Blitzwing. Woody, who are you voting for?
3 for Blitzwing. I'm thinking, based on what we've seen in the comic books and cartoon, he's intended to be the superiority for both ground and air. And, he's got the tactical know-how, he's got the command experience, and he's got the battlefield experience.
And on top of that, loyalty. Just like how the Quintessons showed up and were like, hey, Decepticons, come work for us, Quintessons. And Blitzwing was the only one who was like, nah, I'm going to stick with Galvatron when he comes back.
Yeah. Well, they were the same guys.
Also, Woody, you could have just said Blitzwing bias and just left it at that.
Yeah, Blitzwing, but
I don't think you had to give any other explanations. It takes a bigger man to admit it.
He's the Blitzwing stan.
You mean like Josh never admitting that he doesn't have a Godzilla bias? Be the bigger man, Josh. Admit your bias.
Woody! We had this conversation before, and I proved tenfold. I'm not biased.
See? You just keep denying it.
Anyways, so that's 3 for Blitzwing. Who are you voting for?
I'm going to draw this one out.
Okay.
There's just too many instances where they just balance each other out. One's going to have advantages in one way, one's going to have advantages in the other. It's just too many similarity. Too many. That's the best way to put it.
There are too many
balances and counterbalances.
Yeah. I'm going to have to draw this one out. Okay.
Also, I should specify, I think Blitzwing would win, but it would be like he would have to fight tooth and nail in order to win.
So basically, by the skin of his nutsack, he'd win.
I wouldn't use those exact words, but yeah.
So for this one, I'm going to leave it up to Rob. Do I do the story, or do I just flat out say who I think is going to win regardless?
No. I say story.
All right. Whoa. Blitzwing and Astro Train. Blitzwing versus Astro Train. Scene set. They both have just gotten done completely blowing through tons upon tons of Autobot soldiers. Both have reached a point where they're just bored of this. They had nothing better to do. But then, Decepticon leader Megatron, he sounds off, telling all Decepticons to stand down, to stop fighting, and much to the upsetting of Blitzwing and Astro Train, No more killing Autobots. For he and Optimus had finally decided to end the war in a peaceful manner. While many Decepticons were very much okay with this, Astro Train and Blitzwing were very, they were of different opinions, let's say. While Astro Train was looking at it from the standpoint of, maybe I could finally get some R&R and don't got to carry around people so much anymore. But Blitzwing, he's fired up. He's angry. He is not happy about this at all. He wants to continue. So he takes aim with his cannon and he aims it right at a lone little Autobot. Ready to pull the trigger. But before he does, Astro Train jumps in front of him, grabbing the barrel. He starts trying to talk Blitzwing down, like, no, Blitzwing, what are you doing? And Blitzwing angrily just starts screaming, what warriors? What's not meant to just... And out of sheer fury, he throws a right hook and he attacks Astro Train as hard as he can. Astro Train, at this point, whatever amount of peace and tranquility he had in this moment, no longer there. He gets up, pulls out all of his weaponry, takes aim. Simply says, Blitz, buddy, we are not fighting anymore. You heard Megatron himself. We're done. Stand down. Blitzwing angrily glaring at him. I don't take orders from you. They both charge. And it's a head-on collision with a throwing hand. Some punches missing, some punches hitting, some kicks, some punches, on absolute nonstop robot warfare. While at first this little Autobot is just watching everything that's going down, he takes this as an opportunity to escape. But before fully getting away, he alerts Optimus Prime to his position. Astro Train happens to hear this, but this distracts him just long enough where Blitzwing gets in one really solid right hook and drops Astro Train to his knees. Astro Train simply looks up at him. Listen, you imbecile. Who's probably going to show up at any given moment now. Stop. Blitz was like, nah. You decided to test me. Now, I'm going to make you pay for it. So he starts pounding him. And he just keeps hitting him and hitting him and hitting him and hitting him. And he's cackling like an idiot. Astro Train slowly starting to realize Blitzwing is kind of fucking nuts. Decides to take a desperate maneuver where he shoots the ground to kick up dust. This enrages Blitzwing, but he starts swinging blindly, not hitting anything. Astro Train, taking this as an opportunity to try and stay as quiet as he can, he gets behind Blitzwing, and he grabs on and he holds on for dear life as Blitzwing kicks and flails. Finally, you get Blitzwing to just stop. Astro Train duplexes Blitzwing into the ground. And while Blitzwing is laying there, holding his head like, the Astro Train gets on top and he starts blocking him right in the face. And each time he hits him, he's telling him, "Stop." But Blitzwing finally reaching that point where he finally has just snapped. The tank barrel finally slides down over the shoulder. Takes one shot. And he barely misses Astro Train's head, but he hits his wing. So Astro Train clearly feels this. He's in a lot of pain, but the fight's not over yet. Blitzwing gets back up, draws the sword. Astro Train realizing he has to play this smart. He doesn't want to kill him, but he will if he has to. Blitzwing screams as loud as he can, and he charges right at Astro Train. Astro Train ducks. When Blitzwing swings that sword, Astro Train grabs a hold of his legs and he starts spinning him around. Spins him 3 times, then throws him.
So long, Bowser.
Blitzwing goes to get himself back up, but Astro Train slams his foot onto his back, holds his gun right to the back of his head. Final warning, Blitz. Knock it off. As Blitzwing is laying there, if there's anything we know about Blitzwing, there's no quitting him. He starts picking himself up from right underneath Astro Train, pushing him off completely, grabs a hold of his leg, and then slams him back and forth. After about the 10th time doing it, Astro Train at this point is weak. He can't fight anymore. This don't mean shit for Blitzwing, though. He starts walking up. He's glaring at him. And he's like, this is what happens when you decide to stand against me. Pulls the sword up. But right before he gets a chance to stab Astro Train, he gets shot in the chest. Not enough to kill him, but just enough to finally get him to stop. Astro Train, knowing I didn't pull any triggers, what's going on, turns to see Megatron has finally stepped in. He put a stop to the fighting. But for what it was worth, Astro Train looked at Blitz, and all he had to say was, if Megatron would have been 1 second too late, he'd have finished me off. All that to basically say, Blitzwing won. So while yes, Astro Train definitely held the advantage in the fact that he can fight smart, this is one of the very rare times where if you can overpower your opponent, you can control the battle. Which is why, even though Megatron stepped in, via very heavy technicality, it wasn't Astro Train to pull in the finishing blow. The last one to get a finishing blow was Blitzwing. So, across the board, Blitzwing wins.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Woody, your Blitzwing bias has been fully sufficed. I hope you're happy.
No, you want to know what'll truly make him happy?
What?
Godzilla versus Cthulhu round 2.
And we all know Godzilla's gonna win because you're a biased Godzilla bitch.
You just can't accept the fact that your precious Eldritch Beast couldn't fucking step up. Just admit it, you pissed.
No, it's just, when it came to Cthulhu versus Godzilla, your Godzilla bias was showing.
Yeah, just like how your Blitzwing bias was showing, Bandit Stan.
Yeah, but do you know the Muffin Stand? The Muffin Stand from Illinois.
Oh, you fucking just stop.
Now, see, that's been the long-standing rumor that BC is the muffin stand. Recent studies have confirmed rather, that it's not him. There's at least one other person that we know who also lives in Illinois. That's probably who the muffin stand is.
No, it's definitely him.
Not Rob, definitely not Rob. A former member.
No, you're the pooping pony, Stan.
Yes, and I own that.
Walk away
beautiful.
That sounded like a choking.
I mean, that's the exact sound that buttermilk. I thought it was beautiful. Yeah, the pony made when he was taking a shit. It actually took a shit in a kid's cartoon. And then a bunch of Karens got offended by it, and then Disney had to remove that bit from that episode. I'm like,
oh, aren't you so pretty?
They just don't like fun.
no, their ideas of fun are counting paper clips.
Finally, I got my paper clips.
So I was going to ask you, since some of you may have the mold, I'm just going to tell you, is $12 for Gen Selects Magnificus worth the swing at that price? Is that a no-brainer purchase?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 50-50 on that, because while I do like it as Perceptor, that's the only character I can really see that mold being.
Hey, I've been wanting to test this out. Specifically, the judgment function. Basically, I'm going to prove once and for all if BC is the muffin stand and if Woody is the bandit stand.
I'm Dirty Dan.
First, I gotta make sure the batteries are working because
So Bricks, you're saying yes to Magnificus, aka SS86 Perceptor?
Yes, but I'm a little biased because I'm a sucker for black repaints.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
when it's a black repaint bias, the answer, yeah.
And I love the head. I love the head on Magnificus.
So, Josh, what do you say about the SS86 Perceptor tool as a tool in general?
It's cool. It's neat. I don't hate it, but it's cool. It's cool. Also,
okay. So anyway,
hello.
Anyway, Woody, you are being accused of being the muffin stand. Not muffin, the bandit stand. Woody. Ha! You are the bandit stand. All right, BC, you are being accused of being a muffin stand. You are innocent.
The show has spoken.
The Deca Ranger license, whatever this thing's called, has spoken.
Is that the? I'm just going to say, is that the? That's the artisan license, isn't it?
I think it's the same mold, but I think it has some different electronics. I don't know. I don't remember for sure, but this is the Memorial Edition.
Yeah. Okay.
Magic.
I'll have to check that out.
Will I ever get married?
So, Rob, do you have the SS86 Perceptor tool? Because
I think I gave mine to you.
Yes, you did. And my overall stance on 86 Perceptor as a toy, it's cool.
it's all right.
not-
If you're doing that meme guy, it's that guy going, all right.
Yeah, it's. I mean, like, it's also keeping in mind what he turns into.
It's I. It's I.
Yeah, it's just it's cool.
It's I.
It's I mean, I appreciate the fact that they gave it the tank mode. It looked fucking stupid, but I appreciate the fact they did it.
In my head
Yeah.
canon, the reason the tank mode is more so this guy's main alt mode.
Rather the microscope.
Yeah, because for this guy, he's more of an attack type of guy rather than a scientist.
Yeah, that's funny.
So if you're planning on getting Perceptor, you might want to wait for the reissue that's coming out next year. That's supposed to be in a multi-pack with like Ram Horn and such.
Yeah, because I was just asking. I was looking at some Transformers toys in a local store. They got like SS86 Court movie cores for like $6 each, and Gen Select's Magnificus. So I was thinking, okay.
So I'm going to address two comments real quick. First one being this one. 86 Perceptor is kind of boring. It's just not for me. Now, my question to you, Ink, are you going for G1 cartoon accuracy, or are you just going for, I want a representation of the character on the shelf? Because based on that, I can basically tell you whether you need it or not. And
Now-
for two, Ma wondering what the heck is that? What Bees was doing was he was using the morpher from Power Rangers SPD, where it would basically have a judgment mode, where if it landed on X, you were guilty. If it landed on Circle, you were innocent.
Yeah,
He basically did an entire gag using that gimmick.
yeah. It was
wasn't a gag. It was proving that BC was not the muffin stand, and proving to the wall
That
that
was
this
real.
Brit over here
That was
the
real.
famous
That was no
man.
gag.
Huh?
That was no gag. That was real. That was real time, determining who was who.
Exactly.
so that's two. That's one yes, one maybe. I don't know what Rob thinks of SS86 Perceptor, and
No.
Ink says it's. I was going to say, Beast. What do you think of the Magnificus?
So
Now, my opinion on okay, I know next to nothing about Magnificus other than that he's basically the Perceptor equivalent of Nemesis Prime, I guess. I don't know, like at least in terms of Deco. But I don't know if the 86 Perceptor's microscope mode actually works like the Titans Return one does, or even the original toy. But on the other hand, at least I really like the SS86 Perceptor way better than the Titans Return one.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a lot more than that. So
Same.
honestly,
But again,
the better mold, I say go for it. Getting a Magnificus.
because I was going to say the Titans Return. That's based on the IDW design, isn't it?
Was it?
I mean, not really. It was kind of just a universal Perceptor design.
But the big ass sniper rifle Titans Return Perceptor comes with, it's based on the sniper rifle he had in IDW.
The gun he comes with is an IDW reference, but the bot itself is kind of a universal design.
Yeah.
Or I guess you could say it's an evergreen design. It kind of matches with
It's-
everything.
It's Perceptor.
Yeah, it's not a version of
it's
Perceptor.
Perceptor
it's just
because we say so. Just representation of the character. Then my personal opinion for you, Ink, go for the revealed shield.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're not into the G1 style, Reveal the Shield, I think, is the best one to go for.
It gets across the fact that it is still Perceptor but it has a much more modern and unique twist to him where even though he may not 100% be Perceptor, he's close enough to the mark, especially in the robot mode, where you're satisfied with him.
Yeah, and because a lot of people since a lot of people don't really like that research truck alt mode of RTS Perceptor, but it's a good one.
I agree. I used to have it. I mean, I sold it off, obviously, but it was still a pretty good figure until I got the got the microscope mode Perceptors in. So I'm like, okay.
So the three cores, movie related cores I saw that for 6 each. Opinions on these? BBM Ravage.
He's only required if you have Bumblebee movie Soundwave.
I agree.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's kind of
I
a
don't.
accessory expansion pack for Soundwave.
Yeah.
Okay. BBM Shockwave.
No.
No.
I can skip Ravage and Core Shockwave then.
Correct.
And
Correct.
yes, SS86 Spike. Is that
I love
a?
how Rob immediately looked at me.
Honestly,
Is
I
that-
actually kind of like him. But again, that's only if you're like an SS86 like completionist, or if you're just really like Spike.
I am an SS86 Spike stan.
You'll stand by that.
That toy gets way more flack than it fucking deserves.
Which I
I
agree.
really, really like that Spike toy. I think he's awesome. He's fully posable. He's loads of fun. His transformation is quick, easy, painless. He's one where if you want a representation of the exosuit, especially if it's supposed to be Spike, you really can't go wrong with this, like, at all.
I also like how he comes with blast effects, and on top of that, he has a little switch that makes his head twist from side to side. So it's not like a head that's fully like, where you can't like close it.
And considering the last exosuit Spike we had came with that buzzworthy Bumblebee 2-pack, and it was literally just him falling over. Yeah.
Yeah, this is this is quite literally the best representation of Spike Witwicky in the exosuit.
I mean, from a 1.5 inch tall Legend scale Spike, where it was literally just a solid lump of plastic, it wasn't bad. But it was just the fact that the transformation was push him over. Yep, that'll do.
Who remembers?
Transformation was poo-poo shite.
Yep. No, that's what I was just asking. Because, so you're saying I should pick up that Spike and the Magnificus then, yeah?
Pretty much, at least from my opinion.
Okay, so is there anything else, or are we done?
Yeah, I was
No, that
going to
was
say
the-
something about the whole Perceptor thing. I have no opinion since I have the Fans Toys 2.0 and the Planet X version of the character.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
He's out of the discussion.
Oh,
Yeah,
and again,
I was just-
due to transformation, you can rotate his arm and give him the arm cannon thing, like that thing that Daniel used in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually cool.
And
That's actually
that's-
cool.
Bricks, that head swivel thing you mentioned on Spike, apparently he had no idea.
Yeah, I genuinely didn't know.
Until just now, or like
Yeah.
before?
Yeah,
Oh,
so the moment
just
you mentioned it,
now.
I'm like, wait a minute, he has head articulation? Hold on, let me see this real quick.
Yeah, he has the tiny little white square
Yes,
thing you can shift from side to side.
Yeah,
and it makes his head
I
swivel.
finally got a chance to see it.
Dumb A. I knew something before you. Please don't hurt me.
I just want to talk.
Anyway, guys, check out what I got today.
You're too late, Spider-Man. Weed has been legalized. The McRib is back.
Bees, do we need to be worried if you start sitting on the couch and talking to it while it's across the room?
No comment.
No.
Hey guys, I think we killed BC here.
Slap his gut.
Hang on.
No.
Ow.
Has fallen. I,
Not funny.
Starscream, and now the new leader of the Scrapyard.
I'm not gonna slap his gut. He's been having some issues. Besides, if I'm gonna hit him, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you just hit him in the nuts?
No, he did the curly belly. He did the Three Stooges belly smack.
Oh, okay.
I'm in danger.
I'm
Injured.
But anyway,
Oh,
I love how you put this on. You pull this back, and there's some Marvel excuse me, Legends helmets that like have a similar thing where you pull something back to put it on, and it's like loose as fuck. This is like, I was like, yeah, this is really tight. This is irritating, but then I was like, you know what? I'd rather it be tight than loose as fuck. So
That's what she said.
and it actually has a at least mine came with it in there. Like it comes with two. Why the hell are you sitting on BC?
well, it's the only,
Phone?
it's the only way. Oh, it's the only way Rob can actually be any more than 3 foot tall.
Can Spider-Man come out to play?
No, we cannot. He's too busy mourning Aunt May.
Oh boy, got
And
him!
that happened twice.
Got him!
Oh, Jesus, says Bees, you can take the mask off now.
Something in my eyeball.
So since we're in the after party, Bees, I got a question for you. I saw it in the chat.
Bong, and I know I'm late, but my figure is build, strike, exceed, galaxy. I think we all know what has to happen now.
Look in the chat.
Earlier.
Oh, hey, Mebius.
Mebius.
How salty are you that from the picture you showed at the chat, the upgrade kit for Vector Prime?
French fry salty?
No, pretzel salty. No, ocean water salty.
Salty?
Okay, but all jokes aside, I'm just kind of annoyed by the fact that, like, honestly, I felt like it just took a bit of too long of a time for DNA Design to have made something. So I didn't think they were ever going to, but from what I was able to see from the silhouette, I was able to see that they're giving Vector Prime bigger shoulder pads, and everything else that I feel like that's the one thing that I was kind of missing on the with the upgrade kits that I put on my Vector Prime figure. It's all 3D printed stuff I got off eBay, but honestly, I was like, I'm okay with the shoulder pads being small. But then DNA Design, as of right now, they haven't released a full unsilhouetted, full color photo of the kit. But I'm just like, I really do love the kits that I got from eBay on my Vector Prime. I think I might get a second one just so I can put the DNA Design kits on that one.
Or maybe Vector Prime was already perfect to begin with.
Well, with the Legacy United figure, it is by no means a bad figure. The articulation's really good. The paint apps are really nice. I especially love the shade of maroon used for him. And the sculpting and details really good, but just it is way too obvious that it's a very lazy repaint and retool of G-Axis. There are like a lot of design elements that I really wish were present. And it just bugged the hell out of me. So I figured that there at least a company would make an upgrade kit for him and held out for that. And yeah, I scoured eBay and found some upgrade kits that are made by, I honestly couldn't tell you who they were made by, but they're 3D printed and they look pretty good. And even BC had to admit that they made the figure look really good.
I'm not going to have to pay $80 to get a whole bunch of upgrade parts. I could just pay one solid price and get an entire kit that's going to do everything I needed to do.
And this is just my opinion. I'd rather buy the DNA kit rather than just deal with the Wild West that is garage kits.
You see, for me, the only upgrade kit I ended up getting was basically a more accurate sword, and I labeled the crap out of mine. So I want to see what this upgrade kit's gonna do.
Before you make up your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the only thing I wanted to be different on Vector Prime as opposed to G-Axis, the only part that I thought was lazy retooling was the shins, how there was like the exposed wires in the shins. It was a missed opportunity where they could have changed the molding and sculpting in his shins and made it look like it was gears in his legs instead of wires.
Oh,
yeah.
I would have liked that. I would have liked that a lot more.
To be honest, that was my only complaint with Vector Prime. I liked everything else about it. I just didn't like that those were just straight up reused from G-Axis. And on top of that, they weren't even painted, where G-Axis at least had the wires painted.
Yeah.
Again, missed opportunity to have more gear, steampunk detail.
Mm-hmm.
The sort of clockwork detail.
Exactly.
Yeah, luckily for the Repro label set, it came with added parts to cover the leg bits, so it's more armored. But yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Rick on this one. I wish they could have given parts to show gears instead of wires.
Mind you, one thing about the Repro labels kit I do love is the fact he actually comes with a Space Bridge decal for you to put somewhere, so it makes it look like he's coming through a space bridge.
And I purchased this recently.
Because you're a madman.
Why, yes, I am.
The X-mention.
Yeah, hopefully in the next week I'll be getting a lot of stuff I basically ordered within the last today and a few weeks ago.
Birthday present
cool.
from your past self to give to your future self.
The one thing I'm still waiting for it to come in stock is that damn upgrade kit for Animated Prime. I want that so fucking badly.
Yeah,
and it surprisingly translated very well to Motormaster.
And instead of the hammer, he gets a big sword.
Exactly. It works.
I'm just on the hunt for those thigh extenders for Kingdom Magnus so I can make him a bit taller.
Kingdom Magnus!
It just had to make
Yeah.
It just had to mention this.
You're giving Rob PTSD.
Well, is it because we mentioned the fact that Kingdom Magnus is short and needs to be taller?
No, it's just the fact you mentioned Ultra Magnus, and there's only one Ultra Magnus he has on his mind.
Any figures you're drastically excited for 2025? The Fallen.
Age of Times in general.
Megatronus
I'm not saying that until we see
Prime,
more of the figures.
Megatronus Prime and 86 Devastator, hands down.
Megatronus the Fallen.
I'm saying Age of Times in general because few years, I haven't really been going in on a lot of the toy lines lately.
This just
But-
might be the flavor you've been missing.
So since we met, I asked you, since BC, we talked about this earlier, and you said, you've had your opinion. Bricks, Bees, what do you think of the theory going around that the Megatronus is the SS-86 Megatron pre-tool?
I think it's wrong.
I don't see it at all. The proportions are way off.
I don't see why people were making that connection, to be honest.
I don't either. Anyway, previously on X-Men.
Pieces.
So you don't believe there's any fact truth to the rumor that it's SS-86?
No.
No, it's not. It genuinely is not. There's no fucking way it could be.
Nope.
I don't think so.
No way, no how.
The reason why I say that is because a lot of people thought it was going to be the same thing with SS-86 Optimus Prime. A lot of people thought they were literally just going to repaint the Earthrise figure and give him a different trailer. And turns out they made it they dedicated their time and effort to making it an entirely brand new mold separated from everything else. And I feel like they're going to go to the same extent with Megatron.
They better.
Yeah.
It's just Galvatron kind of doesn't. In my head, I think they had the choice to make it between Megatron or Galvatron to be the repaint / retool, and Galvatron was the one they sacrificed in favor of Megatron.
So you think Megatron's going to be an all-new figure as well?
Yes, I think Megatron will be an all-new figure, or at the very least, he takes some inspiration from his War for Cybertron counterpart.
So Ink said, I still find it crazy. Some people still prefer Earthrise over the Commander. I mean, as much as I want to sit here and say to each their own, this is one of those rare times where you saying to each their own is basically you admitting you're too broke for the new one.
Or you're coming up with excuses not to spend more money.
Which at this point, if you're just trying to come up with excuses not to spend more money,
You mean this guy?
at that point, no. Here's what I have to say. If you are going to stand 10 toes down on that, don't let your friend talk you into messing with their copy. Because I can promise you the fucking moment you hold that in your hands and you're given an opportunity to actually flip it from one mode to the other, that alone is going to make you wish you went in on it. It's going to make you wish you kept your pre-order.
Well, there are a lot of things regarding that SS-86 Prime at the moment is, global supply still hasn't, petered out yet.
Holy shit, look at all these bags.
I mean, the problem a lot of people have with SS-86 Prime isn't the fact that they can't afford it. It's the fact that, that Earthrise is readily available on store shelves, as is Power of the Primes. And SS-86 is literally that in demand that places have trouble keeping him in stock.
So, here's the thing. If the overly cartoon accurate aesthetic really isn't your bag, much like how for Ink, that tends to not be the case for him.
Yep.
I can definitely understand from that standpoint why you would feel Earthrise overall just looks better. But for me, it's not strictly just the looks; it's how the figure handles as well. That really helps me make my decision on what I'm going to buy for my main displays.
Yeah.
I vastly prefer hand feel over look.
By the way, I have a quick question for everybody about Age of the Primes.
Yeah.
Because I was having a long conversation about this with one of my friends a little bit ago after we rewatched TF1. Do you think for Age of the Primes, are they going to get through all 13 of them within the 1 year, or do you think it's going to span over 2 to 3 years?
Well, given the fact
I
that
think it's going to span over 2 or 3.
given that most lines as a whole last a couple of years, I think they're going to do this in phases and stages like they have done. And we'll get all 13 primes over, say, 3 or 4 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Because they'll do 4, 8. If you do 13 primes, 4, 8, 12, that's in theory you could do.
The reason why I bring it up is because so who's supposed to be the commander class for this year?
I mean, next year.
Next year, the rumored commander class was supposed to be
Silverbolt.
The combiner Silverbolt, so you can form the torso for Superion. But here's the thing: the Nexus Prime would have to be a commander class as well, because he's also a combiner. So why I'm thinking if Silverbolt is next year's commander class, then they can't do Nexus Prime. He would have to be for next year, unless for some reason Hasbro decided to do 2 commander class figures.
Well, unless one becomes, sorry.
So here is what I think the roadmap is overall for how they're going to handle next. I think commander-wise, this upcoming year, basically 2025, the commander is going to be Silverbolt. 2026, the commander is going to be Onslaught. But to end out the trilogy, that's when they're going to do Heatwave. So then you would finally get Nexus Prime.
Because the other thing about Nexus Prime is he's not a combiner that has sentient limb parts, which is why I think he would also be a possible pre-tool, or at least take inspiration from Energon Optimus Prime.
The other way you could also do it, Bricks, is like with Dino King and Menasor, he could easily be like a San Diego or PulseCon box set.
Yes, but I have a very strong feeling they're not going to want any of the primes to be exclusives to anywhere except for if they're repaints or a particular variant of a prime. Because this is called Age of the Primes. Yeah. Why would they have that? It would be like saying, "Oh, we're doing an entire G1 wave, but guess what? 5 of the main cast members are all exclusive, only to Amazon."
Looking at you, Earthrise.
I mean, we've already seen stuff like this, so to be honest,
you know what I'm saying? It's like saying, buy all the Avengers, but guess what? Iron Man is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, I get. I
called Age of the Primes if the whole squad isn't going to be readily available to everybody.
And speaking of the whole squad, I think now is the time to finally cut this episode short.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Howsoever, I will not leave without at least announcing a couple things. This is normally the time where I take this as an opportunity to do that anyways. Here's something that I'm very much going to be doing. So I don't feel like trying to set it up with the banners and such. The topic next week, I think next week's topic is going to dive a little bit more into why repaints and retools have a tendency to really annoy us.
So repaint fatigue.
Yes, like
The repaint- the re-
retool fatigue.
The repaint problem part 3. The part.
Repaint approach part 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, for those who have been with Scrapyard for a long enough time, you would know Repaint Approach was the very first episode of Scrapyard, way back in season 1. So the fact that it's getting readdressed for a third time, let that sink in.
The repaint approach part 3, yeah.
Howsoever, here's one that I know for a fact is going to excite everyone in here. I realize it's a little hot on the heels, especially since we literally just did 2 of these already. But for the sake of Scrap Battle, I decided, you know what? F it. We're gonna do another battle royale. But this time, we're gonna get to see Sentinel Prime get his ass handed to him in multiple different ways. Because no matter what, it's all Sentinel Prime. Our next battle royale is Battle of Sentinel.
All right.
So, if you guys are looking forward to that, Party Wall review is out. So if you guys want to go check that out, I would appreciate it. That took a lot of work on my end to get recorded, and it was not easy. It was not fun. But also, to announce one other thing. The next review is going to be Studio Series 86 Commander Class Prime.
Nice.
That is going to be the next one getting recorded. When I'm going to record it, I don't know. And yeah, that's basically. Oh, and as much as I don't want to end it on a sour note, there's really no other way to hit people with this announcement that's not gonna upset anybody who was a fan of this. Yeah, BC Builds has basically gone belly up. It's canceled. It's no longer a thing. I'm not bringing it back. It's over. It's done. So, for those of you who have been wondering, hey, when's the next installment of BC Builds? When are you going to do the next live build? I'm not going to do it anymore. There's not enough engagement with it. There's not enough people willing to come out and watch me build something. And just overall, like, there's a lot of other things that are kind of connected and attached to BC Builds as a whole that now that part of it is no longer around. Yeah, there's a lot of things that go into why BC Builds is no longer going to be a thing. Things got to change. So with that stated, I think that this is the time where I'm going to go ahead and finally bring this episode to a close. So one more time for the sake of making sure, so I don't forget, so I can just pull this part up, because for whatever reason I always forget. I can pull up this part here, and I'll be able to finally just be like, okay, there's the topic. Repaint Approach Part 3 is the topic. I'll come up with a snappier title for it at some point, but the next scrap battle is going to be a Sentinel Prime Battle Royale. And the next review is 86 Prime.
And before we end off, we need to sing happy birthday to Rob.
Happy birthday to you. You live in heaven. You look like a monkey.
Like one, two. Happy birthday to Rob. Happy birthday to Rob. Happy birthday to Rob. Happy birthday to Rob.
Happy birthday, Rob.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, happy birthday, man.
Thanks.
And dance, monkey. we had a birthday dance, so yay!
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And
one thing I want to talk about. I want to bring something up real quick. Something I'm excited about. Tomorrow, I'm going to a convention. It's the first time in over a year I've been to a convention, much less being able to afford one. And I'm going to be able to meet, among others, Walter Jones, a.k.a. Zach, the Black Ranger. And
Okay, cool.
I purchased a Red Ranger cosplay, and you'll bet your sweet Bippy I'm going to show up there with it. God, I'm excited.
That's cool. That's cool.
And I'm also officially starting building the Lego X-Men X-Mansion, which, by the way, Brixmas, if you're planning on getting this, be prepared. There are not one, not two, but 3 instruction manuals and over 20-something bags.
I've built Avengers Tower, Daily Bugle, and the Doctor Strange's Sanctum, so I'm not
The Sanctum Sanctorum.
yeah,
Okay,
I'm not a stranger to that style of building.
I have on the way the Daily Bugle.
Anyways. Thank you guys for coming out. As per usual, you are appreciated. And everybody who did show up to the comment section, thank you very much. You are appreciated.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. BBS. BBS.
Domo arigato.
Thank you very much, guys. You really are appreciated.
Now, with that,
All right.
All right, that Brooks.
Hit my head. Hit my head.
You just pulled an Aldar?
you just Aladar yourself. Anyways, I've been DC.
I've been Woody.
Flaming bees.
Rich Prime.
We'll catch you guys next week.
Peace.
See you next week.
Chill all.